Hi guys, this is Come Flying to the Sky. A few mornings ago, my husband was leading our family through a time of morning devotions, and he was sharing on the story of Elisha when he was surrounded by that invading army, that enemy army. And Elisha had asked the Lord to open the eyes of the servant who was with Elisha because there was something else also surrounding them, and that was that angel army, that chariots of fire that was encamping about them. And so as we were discussing that as a family, it reminded me of that vision I had recently that I shared with you guys entitled The Bear of the North, because that's also about an invading army. Later on in the same day, my family, we were all driving somewhere together when I pulled up an email on my phone that I hadn't read yet that we had received a couple days prior from a friend. So in this email, the friend was like, hey, how's it going? Blah, 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 blah. And then he shared a dream that he had and a dream that his wife had. Now, this isn't something that this friend does all the time. He doesn't like share dreams and visions all the time. It's just like, it was just kind of random that he did. And so I'm going to read to you what he had sent to us. I'm going to share first his dream. He's a really simple and down-to-earth kind of guy, so his dream's quite simple, but it's neat. So I'm going to start with his dream. It says here, in my dream, I saw a cluster of ripe red tomatoes on the vine. They were perfect and ready to eat. I took one and tasted it. It was juicy and good, not like the store-bought. And that was it. But it left me with a strong sense of when we used to grow our own garden and it tasted so fresh and ripe. I began to start wondering if God is telling us to find a garden plot somewhere this season. I listen to the news at times and there's concern for short-term food shortages or prices higher than we'd like. I've always enjoyed the soil. And then he goes on to say, like, do you guys have access to a garden plot? And just kind of encourages us to maybe consider gardening and stuff this year, which is interesting because it's something that my husband and I have been talking about and kind of discussing if we should be doing more of that and this kind of thing this year. Okay, so now I'm going to share what he says and how he conveys his wife's dream. So he says, his wife's dream was possibly disturbing to some, but she does not get troubled easily. So maybe that is why God at times speaks so forthright to her. Her dream was a warning to get inside, to hurry and take shelter. She was with someone else or others, and she saw a bear appear outside. The bear looked ferocious, and God was warning her to take shelter. She also saw the bear had some red dripping from his mouth. I know my wife, and she doesn't get scared of anything I know. God gave her a brave heart. As she told me her dream, I remembered in Daniel the mention of the vision of a bear. It was on its side and had 3 ribs in its mouth. Is this a warning of what is coming regarding my dream also? I don't know for sure. Hi, baby. But I trust Jesus and our loving Father that He is taking care of we, His children, right now. So I share these 2 dreams with you because I see a common theme in some of the dreams and visions shown to my family as well as this email that was sent to us. So the themes that I see over these dreams and visions is number 1, that there is a storm coming. And number 2, we need to take shelter. And then the third connection is that there is this symbol of a bear. So I really encourage you guys to bring this before the Lord, because what are we to do about this? So we have this understanding of these things He's warning us about, but as my husband had asked, what does it mean to take shelter? And this is where us seeking the Lord, spending time in prayer is what I believe we need to be doing right now. Because He's trying to show us things that are to come so that way we can, yes, take refuge in Him, but also seek Him if there's anything He's leading us to do in the here and now, so that way we may be prepared for these things that are to come. All right, thank you so much for watching, and God bless.